Welcome back to computer science class. In the last session we discussed non-standard SOP, conversion of non-standard SOP to canonical SOP. Here SOP stands for sum of an product term. In this session we discuss non-standard POS to canonical POS. Converting non-standard POS to canonical POS. Here POS stands for product of an sum. Product of an sum term. For example, x plus y, y bar plus z is a POS expression. It is a product of an sum. See here, product of an sum terms. But it is not a canonical POS. Why it is not a canonical POS? Because here literals are x, y and z. Literals are x, y, z. When we say it is a canonical POS, it is completely of the max term. It is completely have max term. But these two are not a max term. In the first sum term, z is missing. In the second term, literal x is missing. What is literal here? It is a variable, either barred form or unbarred form. It is in complemented form or uncomplemented form. Then when we say it is a canonical POS, completely of the max terms. The expression completely have max term. Then max terms are logically multiplied. Then we say it is a canonical POS. Here we discuss how to convert non-standard POS to standard POS. Here standard means canonical POS. For that, again consider the same example. Consider the example x plus y, then y bar plus z. It is not in canonical POS. And how to convert? First identify the literals. Here literals are x, y and z. Literals are x, y, z. Consider the first sum term, that is x plus y. First term is x plus y. Here z is missing. Here z is missing. Then we have to add z to the product sum term. How to add? We know that what is the value of x plus 0? X plus 0, which is equal to x. Then we know that x into x bar, which is equal to 0. X into x bar, which is equal to 0. Can we replace 0 by x into x bar? That is x plus x bar, it is always equal to x. Using this, we have to add missing term to given expression. That is, we have to write x plus y plus 0. What is the value of x plus y plus 0? Again, it is equal to x plus y. Then 0 can be replaced as missing term plus their complement, z into z bar. But what is the value of z into z bar? Z into z bar, which is equal to 0. X plus 0, which is equal to x. The original expression remains same. So replace 0 by missing term and their complement. Then apply the distributive law. What is distributive law? X plus yz, which is equal to x plus y, then x plus z. It is a distributive law. For this expression, apply the distributive law. In the place of an x, we have x plus y. And how to write? That is x plus y plus z, one term. Another one is x plus y plus z bar. What we done here? I repeat. First, add 0 to the given expression. Then replace 0 by missing variable and their complement. Apply distributive law for the expression. Then we got max term expression. So here all the terms have all the literals. Then mark it as expression 1. Then consider the second one. Second one is here y bar plus z. Second term is y bar plus z. Here x is missing. X is missing. So y bar plus z plus 0. 0 can be replaced as x plus x into x bar, because x into x bar which is equal to 0. Already we discussed in the Boolean theorems. Then apply distributive law. So after applying distributive law, it becomes x plus y bar plus z, one term. Another one is x bar plus y bar plus z. This is the expression 2. Then combine expression 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 we have x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z bar, x plus y bar plus z, then x bar plus y bar plus z. So it is the expression. If it is a duplicate sum terms, just replace the sum terms. So it is a procedure to converting non-standard POS to canonical POS. Let's see the another example. Y bar plus z bar, x bar plus z. Y bar plus z bar into x bar plus z. First list the literals. Here literals are x, y and z. Then consider the first one, y bar, z bar. Here x is missing. X is missing. So directly we have to write y bar plus z bar plus x bar. Directly we have to write x bar. Then apply distributive law. Then it becomes x bar plus y bar plus z bar, x bar plus y bar plus z bar. This is the expression 1. Then consider the second term, that is x bar plus z. Here y is missing. Y is missing. So x bar plus z plus y bar. Y bar missing and their complement. Apply distributive law. X bar plus y plus z, one term. Another one is x bar plus y bar plus z. While writing the expression, follow the commutative law. What is commutative law? X plus y which is equal to y plus x. If you replace any variables within the expression, the remaining value remains same. So apply commutative law. So write the literals in order. Call it as it is a expression 2. From expression 1 and 2, we have x plus y bar plus z bar. Another one is x bar plus y bar plus z bar. Again x bar plus y plus z. Another one is x bar plus y bar plus z. So it is a combined expression. All the sum terms have all the literals. Hence it is a canonical POS expression. Let's discuss how to write shorthand notation for the canonical POS. To write the canonical POS in a shorthand form, first step is we have to convert non-standard SOP to standard, non-standard POS to standard POS. To convert non-standard POS to standard POS, again follow the steps. After that, write 0 for non-barred, 1 for barred element. Write the binary value for the each literals. If the literal have unbarred, then write 0. If the literal have 1, then write the literal have bar, then write 1. Then for each sum term, write the decimal equivalent. Then we got a shorthand form. See the procedures. Representing canonical POS in short form. Shorthand form. The steps are, see the first one. First convert POS expression into canonical POS. First convert POS expression to canonical. If you write a shorthand, the expression must be in canonical. See the second one. Write binary numbers for each literals. Binary number for each literals. Here zeros for unbarred variable or literal, and ones for barred variable. This third step, write decimal equivalent for each sum term. Why it is sum term? POS expression have a sum terms. Sum terms are logically multiplied. That is the meaning of product of an sum. Sum terms are logically multiplied. So write decimal equivalent for each sum term. So it is a procedure. See here expression is x plus y bar plus z, x bar plus y plus z bar. It is one of the canonical POS. How to know it is a canonical POS? Literals are x, y, z. Each sum term have all the literals. Then see the second one. Write binary number for each literals. How to write? Zeros for unbarred variable. See here x is a unbarred, write 0. For the barred variable, write 1. Again z is unbarred, write 0. For the barred variable, write 1. For the unbarred, 0. Again barred variable is there, write 1. Then see this third one. Write decimal equivalent for each sum term. See here it is a sum term. This is another sum term. Write the decimal equivalent. What is the value of 010? It is stand for 2. 101, it is stand for 5. Then how to write? See here f of, then write the literals. Here literals are x, y, z. Then which is equal to, the POS expression is represented by pi. Then pi of capital M of, then we write here 2, 5. Pi represents the canonical POS. Then summation represents the canonical SOP. Here it is a POS, hence we write pi. Or another one form is f of followed by literals x, y, z, then which is equal to capital M of 2 plus M of 5, so on. It is the another form. M2, M5, so on. M is a one term, max term, M5 is a max term. So this is the procedure to represent an expression in shorthand form. Let's see examples for conversion. Let's take a problem number 3. Represent a given expression in shorthand POS form. Shorthand POS form. See here expression is a plus b bar plus c A bar plus B, B plus C bar. See here, it is a expression. It is not a canonical POS because literals are ABC. First term have all the literals, but second term do not have any literals. Then third term also do not have any literals. So first convert non-standard POS to standard POS. How to convert? First line, write the literals. Here literals are A, B, C. See here, generally we have uppercase alphabets to represent a literals. Uppercase alphabets to represent a literals. Either we use XYZ or we use ABCD. If it is a 4 variables, we use WXYZ. Otherwise ABCD. In your second PUC syllabus, we just discuss up to 4 variables. Minimum is 2, then maximum is 4 variables. The expression have maximum of 4 variables. See here, first identify the literals. Literals are A, B, C. See first expression A plus B bar plus C have all the literals. Call it as 1. Consider the second one, A bar plus B. Here C is missing. Here C is missing. How to standardize? A bar plus B, then plus C bar. Apply the distributive law, then it becomes A bar plus B plus C, then A bar plus B plus C bar, call it as expression 2. Then next one is B plus C bar. Here A is missing. Just list down the missing variables. A is missing. Then B plus C bar plus A bar. Then apply the distributive law. A plus B plus C bar. Then A bar plus B plus C bar. Call it as expression 3. Then combined from expression 1, 2 and 3. Combined expression 1, 2, 3. We get A plus B bar plus C plus. Okay, here is a multiplication into A bar plus B plus C. Another one is A bar plus B plus C bar. Next one A plus B plus C bar. Next one is A bar plus B plus C bar. So it is a expression after combining 1, 2, 3. Then we have to write in a shorthand form. To write in a shorthand form, we have to write binary number for each literals. See here, for the unbarred, write 0. For the barred, write 1. So it becomes 0, 1, 0. Next one is 1, 0, 0. Then 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Then next one is 1, 0, 1. If it is a repeated term, just remove it. 2, 4, 5, 1. Again 5. 5 is repeated. Then how to write? Therefore, f of a, b, c. See the literals. Function of a, b, c, which is equal to pi of m of 1, 2, 4, 5. It is a expression in shorthand form. Just to practice yourself. There is a problems in the expression example in the exercise. Just to practice yourself. Let's consider one more example. So problem number 4. A plus B, A plus C bar plus B bar plus C. See here, there is a 3 expressions, then 3 literals. In each sum term, there is a literals are missing. See here, in the first one, C is missing. In the second one, B is missing. In the third one, A is missing. Just list the literals. Literals are A, B and C. Consider the expression A plus B. Here C is missing. So we have to write a plus b plus c c bar. Then apply distributive law. A plus b plus c. Then a plus b plus c bar. Call it as expression 1. Next one is a plus c bar. Here b is missing. B is missing. Then a plus c bar plus b bar. After applying distributive law, maintain the order. A plus b plus c bar, one term. Another one is a plus b bar plus c bar, second one. Then consider the third term, b bar plus c. Here a is missing. A is missing. So b bar plus c plus a bar. So it becomes a plus b bar plus c. Another one is a bar plus b bar plus c. A bar plus b bar plus c. So these are the three expressions from 1, 2 and 3. A plus b plus c, a plus b plus c bar, then a plus b plus c bar, a plus b bar plus c bar, then a plus b bar plus c, then a bar plus b bar plus c. So it is a combined expression. Then write the binary equivalent. Binary equivalent are here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. How to write the binary equivalent? For the non-barred variable, write 0. For the barred variable, write 1. Why it is like this? Because here there is a plus. The sum terms always equal to 0. The sum term always equal to 0. That is a plus b plus c, it is always equal to 0. When it is always equal to 0, if it is 0 plus 0 plus 0, then it is equal to 0. See the second one, a plus b plus c bar, it is always equal to 0. When it is 0, if it is 0 plus 1 complement, then the total expression returns 0. Because in a OR relation, if all the literals are 0, then the value is 0. To get a 0 value, for the barred variable, we put 1. For unbarred variable, we put 0. Then write the decimal equivalents. 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. 1, again 1. Next one is 3, 2, 6. There is a terms repeated, terminated repeated terms. So f of a, b, c, which is equal to pi of m of 0, 1, 2, 3, 6. So it is a expression in shorthand form. First we have to standardize the expression, then write the binary equivalent, then write the decimal equivalent, write a expression. Let's consider the next topic, that is minimization of Boolean expression. Here minimization means we have to simplify the Boolean expression. The simplification of the Boolean expression is very necessary because the implementation of the Boolean expression is logic circuit. If it is a less number of literals in an expression, then it takes a less number of gates. If it is a less number of literals and less number of max terms or min terms in an expression, then expression takes less number of gates. If it is a less number of gates in a Boolean expression, then it is easy to construct a logic diagram. It is easy to construct a logic diagram. Hence, the minimization of the Boolean expression is compulsory. So, to minimize the Boolean expression, we use algebraical method. Here, in an algebraical method, we use again Boolean postulates and basic theorems. Another one is using K-map. The minimization of a Boolean expression done in two ways. First one is using algebraical method, another one is using K-map. In the algebraical method, we use basic postulates of Boolean algebra and fundamental theorems. But another one method is, simple method is using K-map. Here K-map stand for Karnaugh map. Here K-map is a graphical representation of literals. It is a graphical representation of the literals or graphical representation of the Boolean expression. Simple way to simplify it is a simple way to simplify the Boolean expression. In this second year syllabus, we have to discuss two variable simplification, two variables, three variables and four variables simplifications. Four variables simplifications. To simplify the expression using K-map, we have to construct a graphical table. How to construct a graphical table? If it is a two variable, then if it is a two variable, then 2 raised to 2, there is a 4 possible combinations. These 4 possible combinations are right like this: 0, 1 at the top, another 0, 1 at the left side. Then the combinations are here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So these are the combinations. See here. The K-map have rectangular cells. Let's see how to write a K-map for the 3 variables. If it is a 3 variables, then the graphical representation have 8 cells. 8 cells. Then how to write? See here. In the top we write 0, 1. In the left side 0, 0, 0, 1. Then we write 1, 1, 1, 0. See here. These are the binary numbers of 0, 1, 3, 2. Here not 0, 1, 2, 3. Here it is 0, 1, 3, 2. 0, 1, 3, 2. Why it is? Because K-map follow cell adjacency rule. What is cell adjacency? See here. So what is the combination that one? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. How to write? First write the left side, then top one. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So these are the 8 unique cells. 8 unique cells. Then the 8 unique cells are follow cell adjacency rule. What is cell adjacency? See here. Corresponding elements only differ in single variable. Here have 0, 0, 0, then here 0, 0, 1, only change in a single bit. Then here, see here 0, 0, 0, here 0, 1, 0, only change in a single bit. See here 0, 0, 1, here also 0, 1, 1, only change in a single bit. If you see here 0, 1, 1, here 1, 1, 1. First two are same, then here 0 is replaced by 1. See here these two 1, 1, 0, here 1, 1, 1. This is called cell adjacency rule. To follow cell adjacency rule, the arrangement is 0, 1, 3, 2, not 0, 1, 2, 3. Then if it is a variables, then also we write the K-map. If it is a 4 variables, then we have 16 unique cells. How to write 16 uniques? See here, top side 0, 0, 0, 1, again 1, 1, 1, 0. Here also 0, 1, 3, 2. Then in the left side also 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Then combinations are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Next one 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, double 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0. See here, these are the 16 unique cells. The 4 variable have 16 unique cells. What are those? See the graphical representation. Then see here 0 0, it is 0 1 2 3. Total there is a 4 variables. Here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, begins with 0 0 1 2 3. Then this one is 4 5 6 7. Total variables are 8. Please make a correction. 0 1 2 3. Then see here 4 here 5, then 6 7. Similarly for 16 cells 0 1 0 1, this is the 2 3 4 5 6 7. Directly here is an 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Total there is a 16 cells. It is the basic of the K-map. First we have to know how to write the K-map for 2 variables, 3 variables and 4 variables. If it is a 2 variables, the K-map have 4 cells. If it is a 3 variables, K-map have 8 cells. If it is a 4 variables, K-map have 16 cells. In the next video, we discuss how to simplify the Boolean expression using K-map. Just practice the K-map yourself. Thank you.